These are your BYU-Idaho Radio Evening Headlines for Wednesday, the 16th of April, 2025. I'm Kalen Wills. The second annual Snake River Showdown is coming to Idaho Falls April 25th and 26th. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the event starts at 7. At Cowboy Warrior Ranch, watch as the best cowboys and bulls in the country go head-to-head for a chance to win big. For many of these bulls, this is one stop on their way to World Finals in Las Vegas. Expect food, drinks, vendors, a mechanical bull, and live music. Follow the event on Facebook and Instagram for a chance to a bull riding fan experience. Life on the Range is an educational project showcasing real stories about the ever-changing landscape of life on Idaho's rangelands. The project is funded by the Idaho Rangeland Resources Commission, and its main goal is to reach urban outdoor enthusiasts with its educational messages. 2025 marks the 15th year of the project. With more than 85 video stories on YouTube, it's safe to say that Life on the Range is closer to achieving that goal.
My boss, Gretchen Hyde, really wanted to tell the story about rangelands and the people who use our rangelands, whether they're ranchers or recreationists and whatnot. Tell our story through a YouTube channel that we create. And so it's our story, unfiltered, the way we want to tell it.
That's Steve Stubner, the writer and producer of Life on the Range, together with Gretchen Hyde, the executive director of the Idaho Rangeland Resources Commission. The video channel started gaining popularity at a time when YouTube and social media were relatively new.
This has been super fun for me because I'm always out there learning and then trying to convey that to the audience in our videos and, make it as interesting as possible to people with great visuals and good interviews and make them an interesting story.
Today, Life on the Range boasts over 6,800 followers on YouTube, 8,200 on Facebook, and over 100 on Instagram.
It's just been a super rewarding project for me to work on, and I feel very fortunate that I get to get out and travel around Idaho and tell stories about Idaho and Idaho people. That's just a real blessing.
Stubner says with more people moving into Idaho, education on issues which impact Idaho's rangelands is more necessary than ever. After 15 years of Life on the Range, the work is just getting started. To learn more about Idaho's rangelands, visit lifeontherange.org or visit their YouTube channel. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Kalen Wills. Mary Poppins will be sharing just a spoonful of sugar at the Palace Theatre in Chubbuck at 7 p.m. from now till May 3rd. Based on the books by P.L. Travers and the classic Walt Disney film, Cameron Mackintosh and Disney's Mary Poppins has delighted Broadway audiences for over 2,500 performances. Performances will be at the Palace Theatre on 158 East Chubbuck Road in Chubbuck. For ticket prices, go to palacetheatrearts.com/marypoppins. Idaho's water outlook for this year is pretty good. That's according to the Idaho Department of Water Resources. The Idaho Water Supply Committee met today and reported the state had a pretty wet March, which helped make up for a dry April so far. Snowpack is at or above normal for most of the state, though it's been warmer this month, so snowmelt has happened a little faster. Jeremy Dalling with the Bureau of Reclamation Upper Snake Field Office says the reservoir storage is close to what it was last year, but a dry April does change the forecast for the summer.
And I guess kind of the highlight and takeaway for us, we're aiming for 100% allocations every year that we can get it. And with how dry we've been and how dry we're looking, I guess kind of what we're looking for is improving conditions to help us get to that 100%. So that's kind of the big takeaway for the Upper Snake at this point in time is the dry conditions are having an effect, and we're hoping that will change in the future.
Dalling does say they've been able to release water to help with aquifer recharge. You can check Idaho's water data online at idwr.idaho.gov. These have been your BYU-Idaho Radio Evening Headlines for April 16th, 2025. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. You can also ask your smart speakers to play KBYI 94.3 FM. Have a great day. This is BYU-Idaho Radio, and I'm Caleb Wills.